friends. There's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Fuhrer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Attention all Nebraska basketball fans. The NCAA tournament is coming soon, and Nebraska looks to be on its way to their first appearance in 10 years. Better Tree Removal wants to celebrate the occasion and any possible success in the tournament by offering a deal. If you're in need of tree removal on your property, call or text Todd by March 20th. If Nebraska wins the first round game, you'll get 25% off the bid. If they win two, you'll get 50% off. You must contact Todd at 402-780-1377 before March 20th.
Welcome into The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to Ticket Weekends. I'm Harrison Owens on the ones and twos, the host of the show, Haas Breezy, streaming in as always. We got DP as well on my left. If you guys want to join in, streaming only, but Starter Heyman text line still available for you guys, 402-464-5685. Put a face to the voice, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and of course, Allo channel 961 as always. But we got him in here. Haas Breezy, how's it going on this Sunday?
Happy Sunday. The first Sunday of March Madness is always a fun time.
Yeah, how's your bracket? Is it busted already? You still holding on to hope there?
I have zero mistakes.
DP, did you even create your bracket this year? Or no, you don't like to speculate too much, right?
Here's what's funny for me is that there's two paths to this. I took the wiser of the two, which is just everywhere in the bracket. I filled it out. I said the team that scores more points.
Yeah, you're 100% if you do that.
Listen, there's no answer for that. There's no answer for that. So I'm like, no, I haven't gotten one wrong yet. And then the other side was the funny thing was that we had on the one-on-one, we had at the end of old school. No, the one-on-one.
It was one-on-one.
One-on-one where we had the fans.
I got pulled up right now.
Yeah, we had the fans. We had the fans pick. What have they done?
If we just didn't let our hearts get in the way, they'd be
rolling.
They might be number one on the whole ticket.
Like they'd be rolling.
Yeah, because they're 82% right now.
82%, and if you remove Nebraska from it, they're
killing it. The only big game where I'm so sorry, ticket listeners. The only big game where you guys lost all your points was Nebraska. Every other game, I mean, we still got the Final Four in there. It's looking good there. They trusted UConn. They trusted Illinois to get here versus Iowa State. Mm-hmm. They even somehow, we did get
Kentucky wrong. That's the only other one, but we didn't have Kentucky going too far. But the Final Four still in game. You got UConn, Arizona, and Nebraska and Purdue. Just unfortunately, we had Nebraska as the winner, but otherwise, I mean, that's the best bracket. Only one game wrong in the West, only a couple in the Midwest. And again, obviously, Nebraska, the champion, got that wrong in the South. But otherwise, it's been pretty flawless.
I understand, right?
Our ticket listeners know ball. I'll give them their flowers. I was impressed. If the heart wasn't in the way, that's a good bracket right there.
But that's usually the way they play out, is that it's never what you think. It's what you hope.
Mhm.
And when you go that route, yeah. So Hoss, what's your real number? Don't give me your fake radio number. What's your real number?
I don't make brackets.
See, that's because you're smart. That's because you're smart. You know better.
Yeah,
You
I
know
don't make
better.
brackets.
Yeah.
Or you have
I
Kentucky
say
winning it
things.
all.
I say things. I look at things, and I'm like, oh yeah, and there's some obvious ones. Like Wisconsin, for some reason, always does poorly, and then they put a 30-win team against them, who already beat a powerhouse from the Big Ten. So that was an obvious one. Oakland, just they've played well before, and Kentucky is like everyone's darling. So that was an obvious one. And then we even talked about BYU.
Yeah, you got that.
BYU losing. So those were some obvious upsets. And I mean, it's been 10 years where 12s are the favorites, not the 5s. 11s are the favorites, not the 6s. And then outside of that, this year's a little different. This year, if you wanted to go and just pick the favorite in every game, it all pans out. It all pans out. Last year, a 9 going to the Final Four and the 5 going to a championship game. That was an anomaly. Now it's been happening more and more, but if you really wanted to be smart, you could have just picked 1/16, 2/15, 3/14, and then eventually the math would have paid off because you wouldn't have picked an 11 seed in the Final Four. You would have picked. Now, with that said, let's hold on a second. Kemba Walker appears to have played for North Carolina State and decided, you know what? North Carolina State is someone to watch out for. Let me bring the ACC back real quick.
Yeah.
Because
Like that-
they got that Burns dude is huge. And then God has powered the team with Ramadan and Diarra getting the fasting powers that he's gotten. And they've galvanized as a team and winning 7 games in 11 days. Wow.
Well, I mean, North Carolina State's familiar, right? We've heard this story from North Carolina State. Like we went through I'm old enough to have gone through the Valvano run. I remember what it was like winning in advance. Like they really weren't expected. And those are in the Ralph Sampson, Michael Jordan. Like those are the years where, hey, this is a thing. Kenny Smith is down there. Like, what are we doing even? So through all of it, right, that we've seen North Carolina State go on a run. We've seen teams figure it out late. Texas A&M figured it out late in the season. They figured it out 5 games ago. That's look, we've heard the mantra, it's more important how we're playing in March than it is in November. Like coaches want their teams playing well at the end of season during tournament time, rather than getting all their flash and circumstance out there in November. There are 3 or 4 teams who are playing their best basketball right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's perfect in how it works out. And again, still, you don't know when the run ends for anybody.
Yeah, Auburn was really quick
Right.
after getting out of that SEC championship.
Right. Like you don't you don't know, but they needed, and people are still trying to figure out what's the greater value. Is winning your conference, the regular season title, your conference tournament title, or going to Sweet 16 in the big dance. And I'm not sure that we know the answer to that. Like, because there are degrees to it. Do you want to win the regular season? Do you want the 4-5 months of success, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which pays all the bills, right? It's a big deal. The fans are happy, etc. Winning the tournament, which means that you have mastered the coaching aspect, which is from a management standpoint, you figured out how to get your players to play best in under stress, under duress, in the most meaningful of games against known competition. Or having 2 games of success or 3 games of success. Let's say you win Thursday or Friday and get into the round of 8.
Mm-hmm.
Is that greater than, because does that mean you're one of the 12 best teams in the country? Do you want that window, or is it more important for you to be the best of your business partners, or is it that you do the best regular business?
I think you know my answer as a Nebraska fan. It's simply because we haven't tasted that success. So I couldn't even tell you what that feels like.
Like the first win
as a fan
would be everything.
Just
right?
get past the first day, or second round.
Well, but you haven't seen this team win a conference championship.
No, I haven't seen that either. I've seen them close, but that's one thing. We were close to the conference championship, but I was still more excited about Nebraska having the opportunity to win in the round of 64 than Nebraska having the other chance to play in a Big Ten championship game and Purdue or whoever was going to end up being on. I was still really looking forward to, okay, we're locked into March Madness. That's where my eyes were always set.
Haas, where's it land for you?
So you hit the nail on the head for me. Regular season champ will go to the most talented team. So the most talented team that they're gonna win more often than not. They're gonna have things go their way more often than not because they just have more talent. You will have a well-coached team, a Tom Izzo type background, come in and have success. So at the school that I coached at right now, 2 years in a row, they were the 3rd seed in their district, and then they won the district championship. 29 district titles for this coach. 29 district titles. The talent was not there. The talent was significantly higher for the 1 and the 2. So they won the regular season, and Oakton didn't. But then Oakton won the district championship. And why that matters is you focus on one game in a short period of time, and it all comes down to X's and O's, and one possession matters. And so when that happens, when everything's on the line, have you prepared them all year? Have you coached them in a situation where they can handle the adversity? They can handle the friction that DP likes to use? Can they handle a bad call? Because a bad call here, a bad call there, regular season, it's like the Clippers. The Clippers don't have it. They have all the talent, and they're a regular season team, but they're not a playoff team. There's something wrong with them. There's something wrong with the Cleveland Browns. There's something wrong with these franchises, and they don't have it. And because of it, they don't go win in the bigger moments. So the bigger moment teams, that's why if you were to look at your bracket, where's Iowa State? Where's UConn? Where's NC State? Where's Oregon? Now, I understand Oregon just lost in double overtime, but they played really well. They played really well in the tournament.
Yeah.
Where's Iowa? Where's South Carolina? I'm pretty sure Stanford. What did USC beat Stanford?
Yeah, in the tournament, in the Pac-12.
So where's USC? So those are the teams we're looking at. Right now, we're talking about the men's tournament. There's more names that I know on the women's side than I know on the men's side. How about that?
There's a statement of truth. That's a statement
How
of
about
truth.
that?
Yeah.
I was not watching Gonzaga and Kansas yesterday. I was watching Iowa being in a 2-point game in the first quarter. So what a place we're at right now in college basketball, where the women's side has more popularity, has more talent, has more famous players, has more impact players than the men's side.
Oh, but don't we have the explanation for that? That we know that young ladies aren't leaving college programs for the WNBA. They're not leaving en masse years earlier. You don't have 20 years of track and history of the value of jumping from high school to NBA, which women can't do. You can't jump immediately from colleges, right? You have to develop those college resumes and NIL and all of those things, right? Because that'll tell you what the value is. I think I guarantee it'll be a different discussion 5 years from now, 10 years from now, where some of those things will change. There hasn't been a need to change that women could go from high school. There weren't that many players who could do that. As a matter of fact, there still aren't a lot of college players who can go to the WNBA because they won't even make the roster.
Mhm.
Like they're drafted. I mean, they were number 1 picks from 3 years ago being released from the league because there's no
Expansion.
room at the top, right? They're not. I mean, people will expect, seniors to go and play with these grown women and then just exceed. No, that's not how it works. So plant where you're grown. Women have figured out, okay, listen, if I get to college and I have some success, I'll get NIL money. That money may not be matched, and overseas may not be the way. So yeah, you get to keep the talent. You get to know the talent. The talent isn't bouncing and going from Kentucky in a year to, the Charlotte Hornets. It's a real thing. This is why it exists, and the women's game is benefiting from it.
Mhm.
Because you
Big
got
time.
to keep Caitlin Clark for the 3-year run, right?
Yeah, and people are hoping for Angel Reese. Iowa's are they gonna meet up again. Like all that's just always part of the excitement, now.
Right,
There's
like
stars in there.
Well, I mean, the rivalries, the personal rivalries, the matchups.
Mhm.
Now, again, it was built different 40 years ago when it was Bird Magic. Imagine that Bird and Magic, if Indiana State and Michigan State could play each other several times over the course of that Bird Johnson career. But it wasn't built that way. That's not where the game was at the moment. So it evolves. You imagine, Jordan and Ewing playing 3 years in a row. That would have been exceptional. Can't happen. We didn't get to follow. So it evolves. And as in its evolution, the women's game is in a good place to build some connection. Right? Connection is probably the best word for it. We're more connected to the women's games because we know more about those people. The coaches stay. You don't have the merry-go-round. Gino's been in the same place. Like Kim Mulkey, bless her heart. She stayed for a while now. She's moved on. Staley isn't bouncing around. Coaches go and they plan up. Vanderveer, like it was a great run. You got to know the coaches and hang out. Those days are changing in men's college basketball now. So the game where it currently stands, Hoss, you're absolutely right that the women have provided a path for us to be connected to them and to care.
And so you said something, and I thought about it before the tournament. Go back to when Coach K was on his final run and North Carolina ruined his final home game, and then North Carolina ruined his final game.
Mhm.
And the names there were Love, Davis, and Baycott.
Mhm.
And they're still there. Now, obviously, Love is in Arizona, but they're still in college basketball.
Mhm.
That and they're making noise.
Mhm.
So that's the difference where the NIL money hopefully will make the college basketball game better, where we can see the Asian Curry there for a couple years. We could see Love there for a couple years. We don't need to see them leave and go get money somewhere else. Go see money, go play for just a year or two, and then be a flash in the pan in the NBA and play for a year, and then you're done. We don't see that. I want to see college players in there for 3-4 years, so I know who I'm. Like this Gerke guy from Oakland, I want to see him play for a couple years. He's probably too old now. He's probably 45 years old with how he looks. But the point is, the Farouk Manesh guy from Northern Iowa, like very long ago. These are the memories we have. Like just remembering college athletes. I can't remember anyone because they're one and done right now. So kudos for bringing that up.
Yeah, and the programs certainly matter. The programs matter. I mean, again, Kentucky, Michigan State, these weren't ideal seasons for them.
Mhm.
But the programs, that's how the difference between a team having a great year and a program that exists for people to blossom in it. Kentucky is a program. Now, it may not be at the level it wants to be. It wants to be the premier program with the best team every year. That's not how it works. It hasn't been that way. Matter of fact, there is no program that exists that way. Purdue's program keeps them in the upper echelon. It does not ever give them the best team, but the program is run so well and organized so well and developed so well that the teams are always pretty good. What Nebraska wants to develop is, first of all, Nebraska needs a team to be great, which would then allow the program to calm down enough to be great.
I think that's what this year, a big part of what this year was. I'm hoping.
Creighton's program is in place. 2 coaches over the course of time who have kept it afloat and kept it at a very high level. They've never had the best team in that space, or rarely had that elite team. They've had great, really good teams.
They know who they are.
Right? They know who they are. They know they expect. They know how to recruit to it, because it's the same coaches and the same belief system. Georgetown used to be the program. Now Georgetown its program is so not that the teams can't overcome the lack of program. Like it's mind-boggling that people don't understand. As you talk about it, there's a coach that if the coaches won 29 district titles, but only 2 Region 1 state, there are people that will point and go, well, why can't you win? Well, no. The job is in the regular season. That's the job. That's what you get paid for, to handle all of the 11 months prior to. That's your job.
That's why your bonuses hit after the regular
that's
season.
where your base pay is. That's what you. That's the one, because that's you managing personalities, academics, boosters, appearances, scheduling, all of those, development, all of those things. Then you get into now we're in bonus time. Now we're in bonus time, because this will tell me whether the job is really landing. Is it built for this? And there are coaches that don't care about the extra stuff because those games aren't even on the schedule. Then there's legacy. There's the legacy point of your season, where if you're constantly good at the other 2, that you get more opportunities to be in the elite party, in the elite group with the elite invitation. That's where the Izzos get credit, right? That it didn't matter. He had a good regular season. He had a great regular season, right?
There's poor start. They came back though.
Right.
When it mattered, as talked about before too, down the stretch.
Yeah.
Started winning big games. Great coach. I mean, it's crazy. We're giving away, shout out to Josh's coffee out here, Brown bigger than the score. We're giving that away. Ask a question. It's crazy to think that the last time the Big Ten even won was with Tom Izzo back in 2000. It's been that long. With that being said, though, we'll go ahead and throw it to break here. We talked a little bit of March Madness. If you guys want to join in, Starter Heyman text line still open. 402-464-5685. We'll throw it to break and talk to you guys on the other side.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Pre-order your Hog Wild slow smoked Easter ham today. Hog Wild selects the highest quality whole ham and slow smokes them until they're tender and delicious. Our 100% boneless ham is approximately 4 pounds and $50. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com. Quantities are limited. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Imagine a healthier, more active, physically fit version of yourself. If you've been putting off getting into shape, now is the time with the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping 10-week challenge. Our program combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching to help you achieve your fitness goals. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the enrollment fee. The next challenge begins on March 23rd. You can get all the info at fxblincoln.com. Don't wait any longer. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Cover more acres with a pre-owned sprayer or planter from Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer. We offer one of the area's largest selections of used sprayers, applicators, planters, and seeders. Through the month of March, take advantage of fixed-rate financing as low as 3.9% for up to 60 months or a 12-month interest waiver. Visit your local Landmark Implement location or view our complete sprayer and seeding inventory online at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Spring is a time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Furious Cheese Spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Furious Cheese Spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit, update your info with LES, and if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
You're listening to The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
So good.
Welcome back into the Breeze. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos.
Haas, we miss you, bro. You're missing.
We got to get you in Lincoln one time here is what we're trying to say, Haas. We miss you. We miss your presence. It'd be great to see you down here. You can check out the studio. But I'll throw it to you because we'll keep the off-air conversations for off-air. Haas DeBreezy, the host as always. Where do you want to go with it on the second segment here? Say it one more time. You had your mic muted there.
You had my mic muted, just to be clear. DP challenged me to make my own WrestleMania card.
I'm ready. I am ready. Take my money, Haas DeBreezy. Give me the greatest lineup that you could possibly give me.
Look how simple this is.
Uh-huh.
Look how simple this is. Ready? Okay. Main event Sunday night.
Okay.
Head of the table match.
Yes.
Roman Reigns versus The Rock for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship.
Got it.
Universal, whatever championship. All those belts. Whatever you want with the red lay, head of the table.
Yep.
Saturday night main event. Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes.
Fair. Right?
Why not? You beat me 3 times and you beat me with a torn pec.
Yeah.
You can't beat me. I'm different. I'm Seth freaking Rollins. All these fans chant and sing for me. I wear my wife's clothes. I have more energy now. You can't beat me now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley versus Ronda Rousey. Why not? Go get her.
Right.
Go get her.
She's talking, right?
She's talking now. Go get her.
She's talking.
That's going to be a fight. Go get her.
She's talking.
Outside of that, it doesn't matter what the rest of the show is, because those are the matches we want to see. I don't care about Gunther. I don't care about Drew McIntyre. I don't care. Now we need to have something fine. You want to put Becky Lynch in a match? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, and Nia Jax, and Bailey.
Yeah.
Sorry, Io Sky. You haven't done anything with the belt in so long. I've forgotten about you.
Yeah.
So you just dropped the belt before it. We just on Friday Night SmackDown, you had to get pinned and you lost the belt.
Literally
Bayley
the night before. The night before. I absolutely look. I'm with that point. Like literally the night before. The night before the Friday, not even Saturday, like Friday night. You're gonna
Bailey
lose
pins her.
crap.
Bailey pins her and she opens the show in a fatal four-way match.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Look.
That's great. That's good writing. I watch that.
Fantastic. You want to break the internet? Do that. You want clicks? You want likes? You want pop? Do that. Friday night, take all of the irrelevant titles and we're going to start right new. And then for rematches all of Saturday at WrestleMania.
Okay, so if we want to go that route, I don't care who the team is. Okay, Judgment Day. It probably should be R-Truth, and then I guess Miz is his friend. But you know who it should be?
The Awesome
It should be R-Truth and John Cena.
Oh, that would be so much. That would be amazing. You know what? I'm gonna go you one better than that.
Okay.
That if you gave the straps to R-Truth and RKO.
Yeah.
I would watch every single match.
Yeah.
because the content would be all week of Randy Orton just looking at R-Truth with that facial expression like, what are you talking about? It's only the way Randy Orton can deliver it. Right? That Randy Orton would just it's kind of what he did with Bro. But only funnier.
Yep.
Like, I mean, look, they made
Truth
that
KO.
work.
Truth KO.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right. Like, it's like, oh my goodness, to do that, right, would be and I don't care who the other teams are, factions are, that we know that the worker is R-Truth. And he just randomly causes chaos and randomly just says things. And then RKO. Boom. And he's like, I don't even know why we're here.
RKO into an attitude adjustment.
Yes.
For the pin.
Give me, I don't need much. What do you do with Solo Sikoa?
Yeah, hold on. We'll get there.
Okay.
So they lose the belts. The Judgment Day loses the belts.
Okay.
So Rhea Ripley, after her match, she opened the show versus Ronda Rousey. She's infuriated with the Judgment Day. So she challenges Damian Priest on Sunday, one-on-one, for the head of the Judgment Day and the losers out of the Judgment Day.
Okay.
So that allows storylines to either independently build her or independently build Damian Priest, who either cashes in on Monday Night Raw or so on and so forth. Solo, Jimmy, Jay, Sammy, all needs a story somehow. They all need a story somehow. I don't know what it is. It's probably a tag team match. It's probably Sammy and Jay versus Solo and Jimmy. I know it's a layup, but that's the whole point of this. We should just do the layups.
Yeah.
Because right now, Solo doesn't have a match.
I don't understand why it's so not complicated. That if you really wanted to, and just totally clear the thinking. Who are the two top talents in WWE currently, right?
Yep.
So it's The Rock and Roman Reigns.
100%.
Right? So
1,000%.
Okay. So there's the thing, and that's generally the makeup for WrestleMania.
Yep.
1 versus 2. Who's number 3?
Cody Rhodes.
Who's number 4?
Seth Rollins.
You sure?
Rhea Ripley.
You sure?
Yeah.
Right? True question.
If we're talking men's, then it's Seth Rollins. Because CM
Okay.
Punk.
Okay. Who's 5?
Men's?
Yeah.
He's allowed to wrestle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Brock Lesnar allowed to wrestle?
No. He absolutely is not. He absolutely is not. Like, you got to go as far away from the coughing virus as possible. That is a coughing virus right there. We are all masked up hiding from that dude. We are taking shots. We are doing the whole shebang. We want no part of that. So no.
If he's not allowed to wrestle, you said it earlier. My top after that, Randy Orton.
Right.
I want more stuff with R-Truth. I really do. He stole the show at the Royal Rumble.
Well, here's the other part, right? And I'm gonna really mess this thing up, but so if Brock Lesnar is in the discussion, isn't he number 2
over Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
No. Brock Rock though is pretty cool. It's happened.
It's a thing, right? Are you willing to allow the Intercontinental title to be on the best talent, the next best talent? Because if so, then you could have allowed Randy Orton to be the hero that the world needs by taking the Intercontinental title.
Or the U.S. title.
You could bring back. Well, I mean, the U.S. What is the U.S. title?
It's a prime candidate for internet sensations.
Right. I mean, but Hoss, that literally is the question. Why would you bury that title? Why wouldn't you use that title?
I don't even know what Io Sky's title is called.
I don't. Here's the thing: the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title have value. It should be title number 2 on SmackDown, with the Intercontinental title being the number 2 title on Raw. That it lands in the space of the TV title of the old NWA days, right? The TV title was the money, like that was money, like that was the workers' champion. That was the workers' champion that you could. And then if you said to me that, okay, nobody's messed with Lesnar, put the TV strap on him and just let him beat people up every week. Every week, it's must-see TV just to watch people come in and get murdered by Brock Lesnar. Or you let it be the kind of legacy foundational, hey, RKO is the TV champion. And every week, all the up-and-comers and all the people on the way up and all the people on the way down have to meet RKO.
I'd sign up for that one.
Right?
Watch that guy just
right?
destroy opponent after opponent after opponent.
Right.
I'm in.
Right. So and it seems like Finn Balor and they should be the TV tag title holders, not the world champion. Because we want to see them each week as a part of every story. So put them in it in every story. Allow them. If you said to me that you want to give validation to LA Knight, TV champion, perfect. Boom, done. Wrap. Because you get to have that person who speaks it so well, who always pops the venue on TV, popping the venue every week. So
I got to cut you off. I gotta cut you off. I just forgot the match that we'd probably want to watch more than anything. Jade Cargill for the CST.
Mm-hmm.
Forget the belts. We don't need belts. We need
that part.
We need that.
There's that part. There's that part. Like
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, that's not even a wrestling thing. That's
We're gonna have to go to commercial for DP to calm down.
I mean, listen, if those two are in a ring together, just have them standing there. Like, I'm cool with that. But
and before we pull the race card, DP's wife looks like Liv Morgan. So
100%. Like that's not even the thing. But here's the other part. Are you ready for this? That you could have a women's WrestleMania.
Let's go.
An all women's WrestleMania.
Let's go.
Women's sports doing pretty well these days.
You could have
an against it.
I mean, you with
hold
NXT,
up. Caitlin Clark opens the show.
Oh, yeah, but only if somebody hits her in the back of the head with a chair.
Yeah, all right.
She has to yell at the ref immediately.
Yeah, right. Like complaining about it because she certainly is not somebody that's pro referee. No, but I mean, in a series of it, I would have women's WrestleMania being the rebranding and the reshuffling of the women's division on a regular basis. Because there's so much talent, in it. Like in the AEW, like we know AEW, Elite, and all, there's enough talent.
Bring them all.
To have kind of an open tournament. Now, again, imagine all of those matches in the course of a day where there's a grand champion. There's a grand champion. At the end of the day, everybody wants a shot in the seeding to get to Rhea Ripley. Everybody. So before you release Asuka, I'd love for Asuka to just spew face Io Sky, take the title, and reshatter that thing. Right? I'd cheer that. I'd applaud that. There's so much that can be done. And again, the business side of it, I think for WrestleMania, again, I know that Bayley is about to battle her, but I don't know that she can perform because we don't know her. We don't know Io Sky.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what's her finisher. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't care. Even if that's the opening match, I don't care. And you could have put any other women wrestler out there, and I'd be more interested.
Sasha Banks could have been signed, and it could have been against Bayley, and that would have made sense.
Well, I mean, listen, Sasha and Cargill sells its own card. If you announce today that WrestleMania is going to open with Jade Cargill and Sasha Banks, man, I'm
Ticketmaster. I'm on there.
Like I'm hitting the button. Like what? Okay, let's get it.
And that being said, we're going over a little bit here, so we'll throw it to break. But don't go anywhere. This is the Breeze. We got Haas, DP, host as always in here. I'm Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. And again, 402-464-5685. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Drinking and driving causes serious harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. In 2021, 65 people were killed in Nebraska by a car crash involving a drunk driver. Do not drink and drive. By drinking less, you can still be here for your loved ones. If you or loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
This is Monster Jam.
Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by the original Super Glue. Stop by your local participating Westlake Ace Hardware locations for your $10 savings coupon. Restrictions may apply. See store for details. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena March 29th and 30th.
Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit. Update your info with LES. And if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
Spring is a time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Furious Cheese Spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Furious Cheese Spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
All Nebraska basketball fans. The NCAA tournament is coming soon, and Nebraska looks to be on its way to their first appearance in 10 years. Better Tree Removal wants to celebrate the occasion and any possible success in the tournament by offering a deal. If you're in need of tree removal on your property, call or text Todd by March 20th. If Nebraska wins the first round game, you'll get 25% off the bid. If they win two, you'll get 50% off. You must contact Todd at 402-780-1377 before March 20th.
Hi, folks. Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the Chevrolet and GMC Truck Month is now underway. We've got huge savings in Louisville. Get $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months on select models. Yes, you heard right. That's $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months happening right now at Koppel. So take that short money saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit. Stock number G214773.
You're listening to The Breeze with DP and Haas on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into The Breeze. I am Harrison Arns on the ones and twos, as always, on these Ticket Sundays. 402-464-5685. Text line always open for you guys and will be throughout the rest of the day. We are not on the airwaves, but again, we'll be streaming shows all day long, and you guys are always welcome to join in. But nonetheless, Haas to Breezy, we ended up talking a bit more pro wrestling. I'll throw it back to you as the host. Where do you want to go with it?
DP, we got to add Jordan Grace to that match with Tony Storm and Sasha Banks, Jade Cargill. Just have a all women's match. Winner gets to be in WWE.
Well, I mean, I don't even think that like that's not, I just think a series of, if you're highlighting the AEW champion, AEW wins. WWE wins because it's content. It's content. You make agreements because that's what happened back in the day when Harley Race and Ric Flair would meet, or Nick Bockwinkel and Harley Race would meet. Bob Backlund versus Nick Bockwinkel. They cross streams all the time, right? Like everybody gets to leave with their belt, but it changed the vantage and perspective depending on whether it was an AWA town or WWF town. Right. And you would cross over and then everybody had value in it. But on a pay-per-view of this sort, you could really kind of, it is iconic in the business. No other alliance will say that that WrestleMania isn't the event. So they know the value because maybe you'll draw eyes to Jordan Grace. Maybe you'll draw eyes to Tony Storm. This current version of Tony Storm is number 2 in all of women's wrestling. Like, the iconic Toni Storm wrestler. Look, she's always been able to wrestle. That's why the WWE had her to begin with. They didn't know how to book her. Like, they didn't know how to use her. She got creative and went over to AEW and did a thing. But she's the number 2 performer in all of women's wrestling. Listen, if you decided tomorrow that you were going to have Toni Storm show up at Monday Night Raw and stare down Rhea Ripley, it'll break the wrestling internet. It would just like that. It would change this Toni Storm. Look, I don't know how they haven't sold out of the shirts. Like her walk up, her Ric Flair catchphrase is so incredible that it needs to be on a shirt and it needs to be sold everywhere.
That'd be great too, because it's probably fair to say. I mean, you guys,
and I can't even say it on air, but it's
well, Rhea Ripley too. She's got to be like in the peaks of her career now, right? I mean, you guys can correct me.
She hasn't even started.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, she's riding this momentum to where I think you can really start showcasing her. Because that's the one I hear about constantly, the one I see about on Twitter constantly. Definitely the one that gets a lot of support.
So hold on a second. Number 1, let's go get a truck and bootleg some shirts for $9.99.
Yep.
And
Yep.
just go sell out some shirts.
Yeah.
Number 2, for next week's show, we're going to make our own WrestleMania, and every match has to be someone from the 90s. So sorry, DP, not your 60s, 70s, and 80s guys. Someone from the 90s and 2000s versus someone from today. And to prove the point, DP at one point told me I should have entrance music for my TED Talk of Shawn Michaels. And I asked, like, what should my entrance music be? And forgive me if I'm wrong, but has anyone ever played the sexy boy music in their head when they wake up every day and just struts around?
That's
or
just
is that
you.
just me?
That's just you. It's 100%
me.
just you.
That's just
It's
me.
one-
I just do it all the time.
It's 100% just you. Like, and now we're all
I'm
scarred.
getting uncomfortable, Hobbs.
Yeah, we're all scarred by this. We're all scarred by this. None of us now, we're all going to have to bleach our brains from the idea and the concept of Haas in front of just please tell Caroline I'm sorry.
Well, I will preview the next match, and this is just coincidence. I literally look down and look behind me. But it should be this guy.
Remember,
versus
you're
this
on
guy.
radio, so they don't know who you're talking about.
The first person up was Shawn Michaels.
And
the next person up was Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
That should be the night 1 headline of our WrestleMania that we're going to make up, and we'll have more matches for you next week.
Okay, all of that's fair.
I'll look up.
But I'm gonna go with. Wow, that would change entirely. do we have? Has there ever been a Randy Orton Rock matchup?
I don't think so. Hoss, you can correct me if I'm wrong. You'd be the historian here, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
I'm sure there's been some kind of matchup. Maybe just talking. Maybe just talking.
Yeah.
While you make a bigger one, I have a funnier, or you said Booker, and I thought of Booker T because you said book Toni Storm. Booker T versus R-Truth.
Oh, absolutely. Do it. Do it. Do it.
And that with being said, we'll wrap it up. But Haas, DP, they'll think about it more until we get the next week's show on Sunday. As always, don't go anywhere. Follow the streams. The Nico Project up next. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
DP, you'll say one, then I'll say one, and we'll just keep going.